You'll have the chance to experience many types of intersections, each with their own set of rules. Let's start with the most common, the four-way stop. At these intersections, every vehicle has a stop sign. The question is, how do you know who gets to go first? The rule is simple. The first one to arrive gets to go first, then the second, then the third. It's important then to pay attention to the order in which the vehicles arrive and come to a stop. Looks like you're number 4. Let's get back in the car. When it's your turn to go, drive straight through the intersection. If you're ever unsure whose turn it is, it's safer and more courteous to let the other driver go first. Try to make eye contact with the other driver and use a hand gesture if possible. Then proceed slowly in case there was any miscommunication. Try this on your own. Pay attention to the order in which the other vehicles arrive, and proceed through the intersection when it's your turn. Okay, here's another intersection with very different rules. Notice the other vehicles don't have a stop, only you. In this case, you have to decide when it's safe to pull out. Make sure you use your turn signal to let other drivers know where you're headed. A very common crash occurs when you assume the vehicle in front of you has pulled out and you are still looking to the left. Signal lights are in a way easier because you have a light that tells you when to go. At many intersections, you can take a right when the signal light is still red. But whether the signal light is red or green, you should look both ways several times before pulling into the intersection. Remember, other drivers don't always obey traffic laws. It's good to leave at least one car length between you and the vehicle in front of you. That gives you room to move around the car if you have to. When the light turns green, you may be ready to take off, but it's safer to wait a few seconds before moving forward. You don't want to be the first one in the intersection if you can help it, because all it takes is for someone to try and beat the light and... Let's clear up this mess. Okay, let's keep going. Taking a left across traffic is tricky as you're intentionally crossing in front of other vehicles. Make sure oncoming traffic is going to stop before proceeding through the intersection, even if you have a green arrow. Roundabouts, or unique intersections, they're designed so you don't have to stop, but you do have to yield to oncoming traffic, as those vehicles already in the roundabout have the right of way. Merge in when it's safe, and look for your exit. Not all intersections have signal lights or stop signs. For instance, this highway with its on-ramps and off-ramps is just like an intersection where other vehicles will be crossing your path or pulling into your lane. Just note you may need to stop for other vehicles even if you have the right of way. So depending on where you live, railroad crossings may be rare, but you must know what to do and what not to do. The most important thing is to take warning lights seriously. Even if you don't see a train, don't go around the gates or cross the tracks if the lights are flashing. Don't try to beat the train. Trains are moving way faster than they look, and they can't stop in time. And when it comes to a crash between you and a train, the train always wins. Wait until the gates are fully up and all warning lights stop before you cross. Even then, it's good to look both ways before crossing. Don't rely solely on the signal lights. Whatever you do, don't stop on the tracks, even if a train is not coming. If a car is in front of you, it's better to wait till he's out of the way so you don't get trapped if they suddenly stop. Pull over here and shut down the car. I know that it was a lot to learn, but you'll have more time to practice intersections. Bottom line, use caution at all intersections, look both ways, and use your turn signals. And don't assume other drivers will always obey the rules.